their record versus their losses, wins and losses. When they don't share the basketball, their assists go down. And they have they suffer a little bit. With the Mountaineers,
Jason Deering and Donta Carter round out our officiating trio on this cold Saturday in the high country. Here's C.J. Huntley underneath the basket. Hook shot, one-handed, puts it in. And App State, first points of the afternoon.
And I like that coming out.
Days before the end of last year, fadeaway jumper off the mark from Morgan. Our player will ferocious highlight reel dunks. And he gets another chance in the starting lineup. Tate feeds Huntley against O'Garo. Now Tate, the long-range jumper, Miles Tate. Sunbelt. Corner three, rebounded by Huntley. Beaubrun up against Pope. Kicks it, Dodd, top of the arc for three. Almost banked its way in, but it's off. Drew Drennan. Now Morgan. Inside out play. The three-pointer. In and out from Gums. Cuts into App State's early lead, 5-3. Here's Tate. Pulls up with defense around him. Missed it. Huntley and Beaubrun leaping. Neither could get it. Here's Huntley. Back to Huntley from Dodd. 8 on the shot clock. Back underway. App State started this game on a 5-0 run. Texas State has responded with a 7-0 run, and the Bobcats lead by 2.
And you see the Mountaineers are in man-to-man right now. You're going to see a lot of movement, a lot of ball movement.
Drew Drennan off on the three. Dodd the rebound, feeding Tate. Texas State goes to 1 for 5 from 3. App State 1 for 3 from 3.
Got a huge mismatch with Huntley inside. Got it to him too late.
To Huntley, fighting through the traffic. He's fouled.
Tremendous pressure out front on Tate. And by the time Huntley got the ball, the Bobcats recovered and made a very difficult shot.
So here's Huntley at the line. The 6'11" graduate from Huntersville, North Carolina, gets the first free throw.
Huntley, one of the bright spots from the free throw line for the Mountaineers. At about 75-76%. I think he made all 4 of his on Thursday evening.
Yeah, Dustin Kearns talking about C.J. Huntley following the loss on Thursday here at home, and how words of head coach Dustin Kearns talking about C.J. Huntley following that game on Thursday night. Here's Tyrell Morgan, 7-7 game. Up off the glass and Threadgill. Here's Tate. Sets up Huntley. Threadgill around the horn it goes and finds Alonzo Dodd, who Thursday night he was 2 of 3 from 3, and when he gets hot early, he seems to hit his threes in bunches. He has a 4 for 4 game from 3 this season. Missed jumper by Gums. Here's Tate looking to Huntley, and Huntley finishes. And that's averaged 9 points last season, averaging 15 coming in. And he has 5 of App State's 14 so far. Through the lane, well defended, but O'Garo able to finish against Michael Marcus Jr. Huntley leaks out. Dodd trying to find him. Drew Drennan was there on the chase back defense. Beaubrun came in a 56% free throw shooter. Yeah, Troy hit 12 threes on Thursday night. App State, 8 of them. Mountaineers attempted 26. Troy attempted 35. Dustin Kearns even said we can kind of live with App State up by 3. Things seem to be working pretty well so far. Huntley gets it from Tate. Kick it. Jackson Threadgill. Corner 3.
He's a guy that's got a lot of confidence. He's just got to keep shooting.
That's Jackson's first made 3 since he hit one against High Point on December the 14th.
And he came in from Charlotte known as a shooter. So it's there. Very prolific three-point shooter and can knock them down in bunches.
Udalib off on the 3. Huntley down in a crumple. Half of the first half gone. Dropping it off to Morgan, who is not quite tall enough. Drennan trying to find him. Here's Tate, had it poked away from behind. Tyrell Morgan did the taking away. Morgan, though, can't finish on the reverse. Tate driving, spinning, putting it up one-handed. Missed it. Tate now a little slow to get up. He is back up now, though. Tyrell Morgan, other side, cut off. Look at Tate, though. He was a little slow to get back, but it worked out well because he could play smothering defense on Drew Drennan. 7 to go first half. Dodd, Huntley, and there's a foul on Tyrell Morgan.
You know, Tyrell Morgan did a good job of pushing C.J. Huntley out almost to the three-point line. At that point, you just got to get your hands back and hold your ground.
Texas,
because now
32-22. App State's lead is 10. They are rolling from three. C.J. Huntley going to get involved with some paint points. Two-hand dunk off on the shovel from distance, 7 of 11. Driving. O'Garo missed it. Clutched rebound by reposting against Nate Deere. Deere trying to guard Beaubrun. He did a good job of it. Beaubrun missed on the hook shot.
That's a good possession by the Mountaineers, though, even though they didn't convert.
Drew Drennan, screen from Deere. Drennan pulls up. Connors with some defense. Forced the miss. Huntley with another. Dodd. App State's lead is 9. Trying to get it back to 11. Beaubrun, big to big. Huntley to Beaubrun.
And Jaleel is recruiting great players. Doesn't have a lot of turnover in his program either. So, you know, he's the kind of guy you want running your program.
Yeah, they return the timeout of Tyrell Morgan gets it. Morgan up to 6 points. App State's lead back to 9. Here's Huntley. Double teamed. Kick it. Sets up a three. Short from Tate. Down to the floor. Huntley in a crowd. Dodd to Threadgill. Trying to pay this off. Too strong on it. Wilson fighting for the loose ball. Now the Bobcat. Morgan sets up Dawson. Dawson stripped of it. Huntley just saves it and gets it to Tate.
Boy, great hands by Dodd on the defensive end to get that steal.
Miles Tate just left it short at the front of the rim.
Kept his hands up.
Tate trying to get it to Huntley. Huntley tied up down there with O'Garo. O'Garo forced the ball away from Huntley. Scored in over 2 minutes. 6 seconds left first half. Tate with it. Gets a screen from Huntley. Swing it back. Huntley for a three. Almost. Dodd was there. Leaping was Gums as well. That'll end and put a taking them. Almost a turnover. Got touched by Dior that went 17 and 18 last season. 7 and 11 in the Sun Belt. He faced James Madison in the Sun Belt Conference semifinals. 3 in and out on the try by Tyrell Morgan. And we've got a foul here on Texas State away from the ball. Huntley got fouled by Morgan.
You don't want to waste, fouls with him being, overmatched close to the basket by a bigger post player.
8 on the shot clock. Morgan. Screen from Pope. Swing it. Shot clock getting skinny. Missing on the three. Offensive rebound. A bailout.
Go in.
That's his hot zone there. Here's Gums. Morgan passes it up. 3 minutes into the second half. Pull up. Off the mark from O'Garo. Tate looking to put it into high gear. Back to Connors. Now to Huntley, who goes to work. C.J. Huntley fouled on the way in. He'll go to the free throw line. He got fouled by O'Garo.
Finding a mismatch and getting it inside. The smaller defender on Huntley. Give Huntley credit for being aggressive and going to the basket. But
Huntley to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2 today. What a night that was on Thursday for Huntley. We talked about it in the first half, Coach. He already has his degree here, so he's playing as an alum, but he gets this time to do even more in his App State career. And his high school coach was here on Thursday night to watch C.J. Huntley get the presentation of that ball for being the lead. 30-12 for App State. Just over 16 minutes left in regulation. Huntley against Morgan. Huntley, the hook shot. He got it. 12 points on a mismatch.
And nothing Tyrell Morgan.
Keeping a track of it.
Jaleel Beaubrun came from Mountaineer. Current Mountaineer came transferred in from Stephen F. Austin.
That's right.
This year.
Our clock was still at 10.
I don't know what
Benson
happened.
Went to work. Tate Turns around, gets it to Huntley. CJ's got 12, along with 5 boards. Swing to Threadgill. He stepped out of bounds.
I tell you, nice adjustment.
Pope drives against Huntley. Pope puts it up one-handed and puts it in. Connors.
That's the first time.
Dodd now to Huntley. Muta lead for 3.
Boy, nice diagonal pass by Huntley.
O'Garo got the rebound. Running is Gums. Gums had it swatted by Huntley. And the 17-point lead. Now Dodd, clock ticking, puts it up and off. Loose underneath the basket. Huntley was trying to hunt it out. It'll stay down here with App State. Might have gone off of. Connors gets in. Nowhere to go except to Huntley. And Huntley got rejected by Tylen Pope. See if that creates something for Texas State. Other side, Gums. Tough shot. Pope is there leaping, but Threadgill gets it. Dawson. Now back to Gums. Gums screened by Pope. Now getting it to Pope against Huntley. Rare mid-range jumper, and it's way off. Underneath,
I tell you
clawing
what,
it out.
He has probably gotten the assignment of the 2 quickest guards in the Sun Belt. He goes from Miles Tate over to Alonzo Dodd and then back to Miles Tate. I mean, that's a tough assignment right there.
Yeah. Mentioned Drennan, someone who had a really good non-conference shooting performance. He was shooting a career high from 3. We were talking about Dawson earlier.
All he wants to do is
Huntley
shoot.
Put that up. Huntley got fouled.
Or halfway up the lane. Okay, but what's he going to do down there? You just bailed him out.
You saw that replay on that Dylan Dawson 3. We talked about it tying his season high in made threes in a game. C.J. Huntley at the line for App State. Misses. So another one would give him a 1-1 high in made threes. Up and just off. Texas State a perfect 100%, 7 of 7 from the charity stripe. Miles Tate, a deep 3. Huntley, though, there to get the rebound.
And that's a dagger right there.
Finish quick.
That's
you don't
a
have
dagger.
time
to throw the ball around much.
Fade away jumper. Missed by Gums.
He letting him have it a little bit with that call.
Three-pointer, trying another one with